The Bhagavad Gita is thought to be roughly 2,000 years old. Historians place it around the 4th century to the 2nd century BC. The Gita is sacred scripture to the Hindus. In our reading selection from the poem, two speakers are in dialogue. Arjuna is Earth's greatest warrior, and Krishna, a chariot driver, turns out to be a god who has taken on human form. Arjuna positions his chariot between two opposing armies, and after seeing his own relatives on the enemy's side, he becomes disheartened and decides not to fight. Krishna engages him in conversation and with lengthy argument convinces him to join the awaiting battle. At the heart of Krishna's argument is the immortality of the soul. Our bodies are known to end, but the embodied self is enduring, indestructible, and immeasurable. Therefore, Arjuna, fight the battle. Along with the immediate moral difficulty of the imminent battle, the conversation covers various topics, including reincarnation and the nature of the best life. Discipline is a word that keeps recurring. In the 6th teaching, Lord Krishna expands on the material our abridged text covers. Here he says that the man of discipline should focus his mind and restrain the activity of his thought and senses. Sitting on that seat, he should practice discipline for the purification of the self. According to the Bhagavad Gita, discipline is the means of achieving ultimate fulfillment. Some later disciples of the Gita have reinterpreted it to claim that the text's underlying philosophy actually supports nonviolence. One famous example is Mahatma Gandhi, who believed that absolute nonviolence is logically required by the Krishna's doctrine. While there are similarities between Western thought and Eastern thought, readers should be aware of the great differences and the amplification of those differences that disciples and followers of those traditions have promulgated. Today, the West and the East look different and feel different, and perhaps some of the difference comes from the literary patrimony of those cultures. As you read the Gita, think about how the philosophical differences might contribute to the practical, everyday differences that we can see between these cultures. For example, does the value of human life change within a culture when reincarnation is broadly accepted? Also, consider the consequences, both philosophical and practical, of accepting, even embracing, contradiction within one's system of thought. Perhaps Western science grows better in the soil of Western philosophy and religion. These ideas are often debated by people who examine the East-West divide. Still, as beginning readers, our primary job is to develop some basic understanding of the Bhagavad Gita.